Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a large pot simmering gently on the stove. The sound of bubbling broth fills the kitchen, and the air carries the comforting aroma of fresh cabbage, carrots, onions, and herbs, blending into something warm and healing. You lift the lid and steam rises up, wrapping you in a sense of calm and reassurance. This isn't just soup, it's a bowl of comfort, a bowl of hope, and most importantly, a bowl that can nurture your heart. Cabbage soup has been a classic in many households for generations. From European villages to American family kitchens, this humble dish has earned a place as a symbol of comfort food that heals both body and soul. What makes it truly special is not its complexity. It's one of the simplest recipes you can prepare, but rather its ability to bring warmth, nourishment, and connection to the table. When we talk about heart health, sometimes the advice can feel overwhelming. Cut out this, avoid that, count every calorie. But the truth is, protecting your heart doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it can be as simple as simmering a pot of vegetables and allowing nature's gifts to do their work. And cabbage, the star of this soup, is one of those gifts. Cabbage is often overlooked at the grocery store, sitting quietly among the leafy greens. Yet this unassuming vegetable is packed with powerful nutrients, fiber to support healthy digestion and lower cholesterol, vitamin C to strengthen blood vessels, and antioxidants to calm inflammation. It's light, affordable, and available almost everywhere, making it the perfect foundation for a dish that is both healing and satisfying. But this soup is about more than just cabbage. It's about the medley of flavors that come together: onions that add depth, carrots that bring sweetness, celery for balance, tomatoes for brightness, and herbs that tie everything together. Each ingredient works in harmony, just like the organs in your body. When they are in balance, everything flows smoothly, and your heart thanks you. Picture yourself on a cool evening, perhaps after a long day. You sit down with a warm bowl of cabbage soup, the steam rising gently. With each spoonful, you not only taste comfort, you taste renewal. You feel lighter yet satisfied. Your heart feels calm, your body feels nourished, and your mind feels at ease. This is the power of food that loves you back. What I love most about cabbage soup is its flexibility. You can prepare it in a big batch and keep it in the fridge for quick meals throughout the week. You can adjust the ingredients, add beans for protein, toss in spinach for extra greens, or even spice it up with garlic and chili for a little kick. It's a recipe that bends to your taste while still staying true to its heart-healthy nature. And beyond its nutrition, there's a deeper story here. For many people, a pot of cabbage soup represents family traditions, shared meals, and moments of healing during illness or recovery. It's the kind of food that carries memory and love, something that reminds us of simpler times when meals were shared slowly and appreciated fully. So today, I invite you to see cabbage soup not as a diet dish, not as just vegetables, but as a gift, a way to honor your health, a way to comfort your heart, and a way to bring warmth to your family table. Stay with me as we move forward. In the next part, we'll take a closer look at the nutritional value of this dish and explore why it has such a powerful effect on heart health. But for now, I want you to hold on to this thought. Sometimes the simplest meals are the most powerful, and sometimes the most ordinary ingredients can do the most extraordinary things for your well-being. Because in every simmering pot of cabbage soup lies a simple truth. You don't have to sacrifice flavor, tradition, or joy to care for your heart. You just need to take that first step, one bowl at a time. When we think about foods that support heart health, leafy greens, nuts, and fatty fish often come to mind. But sometimes the most powerful allies are the humble, everyday vegetables we tend to overlook. Cabbage soup is a perfect example of how simple ingredients, when combined thoughtfully, can create a powerful dish for protecting your cardiovascular system and boosting overall well-being. Let's begin with the star of the dish, cabbage. This cruciferous vegetable is loaded with soluble fiber, which plays a vital role in lowering LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol that clogs arteries. Fiber acts like a gentle brush, sweeping excess cholesterol out of your body before it has a chance to harden into plaque. By eating cabbage regularly, you're helping to keep your blood vessels clearer and your circulation stronger. Cabbage is also rich in vitamin C, which strengthens artery walls and improves elasticity, reducing the risk of hypertension and strokes. And let's not forget its antioxidants, particularly polyphenols and sulfur compounds, which combat inflammation, one of the hidden culprits behind heart disease. But cabbage alone doesn't carry this soup's full power. Carrots bring a natural sweetness, along with beta-carotene and potassium. Beta-carotene is converted into vitamin A, which helps prevent oxidative stress in cells, while potassium helps regulate blood pressure by balancing sodium levels in the body. For older adults, keeping blood pressure stable is one of the most effective ways to protect the heart. Onions and celery, often used as a base for the soup, are small but mighty contributors. Onions provide quercetin, an antioxidant that has been shown to reduce blood pressure and support vascular health. Celery contains compounds called phthalides, which relax blood vessels and improve blood flow. Together, these two simple vegetables add layers of flavor while quietly working to keep arteries open and pressure balanced. Then comes the tomato, a bright splash of color and a powerhouse of heart protection. Tomatoes are rich in lycopene, a compound strongly linked to reduced risk of atherosclerosis. Lycopene helps prevent the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, which is a key step in the formation of artery-clogging plaques. In fact, several studies show that people who consume more tomato-based foods have a lower risk of cardiovascular events. Adding tomatoes to your cabbage soup is like adding an extra layer of defense to your heart. Let's not overlook the herbs and spices: parsley, garlic, black pepper, bay leaves, or thyme. Garlic in particular is famous for lowering cholesterol, reducing blood clot risk, and supporting healthy blood pressure. Even in small amounts, these seasonings provide antioxidants and compounds that work together to reduce inflammation and improve circulation. One of the beautiful things about cabbage soup is that it is naturally low in calories but high in volume and nutrients. This makes it perfect for maintaining a healthy weight, which directly supports heart health. Excess weight places strain on the heart, raising blood pressure and increasing the risk of diabetes, a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease. By filling up on a bowl of hearty, vegetable-rich soup, you nourish your body without overloading it. Another benefit is hydration. With its broth base, cabbage soup helps keep you hydrated, supporting blood volume and kidney function. For older adults who may sometimes overlook water intake, this can be an easy way to maintain proper hydration while also consuming valuable nutrients. Now let's connect all these benefits into real-life impact. Imagine your arteries as a busy highway. Over time, if that road is filled with traffic jams, cholesterol, plaque, high blood pressure, it becomes difficult for your heart to pump blood efficiently. But foods like cabbage soup work like a maintenance crew, keeping the road clear, the lanes wide, and the flow smooth. The soluble fiber acts like street sweepers, the antioxidants act like repair teams, and the vitamins and minerals help strengthen the structure itself. The result? A smoother, safer journey for your blood and a healthier heart for you. It's also worth mentioning that cabbage and its companions in this soup provide support beyond just the heart. They help improve digestion, stabilize blood sugar, and reduce systemic inflammation. All of these are interconnected with cardiovascular health. When your digestive system is working well, your weight is managed, your blood sugar is steady, and your inflammation is low, your heart thrives. So in every spoonful of cabbage soup, you're giving your body a multi-layered gift: a lighter load for your heart, stronger protection against disease, and a gentle boost for overall vitality. And the best part? It doesn't take expensive ingredients or complicated cooking methods, just a pot, some fresh vegetables, and a little time. As you can see, this humble dish is not just comfort food, it's preventive medicine in a bowl. And when we share it with loved ones, we're not just sharing a meal, we're sharing care, health, and love. Cooking cabbage soup is a beautiful reminder that heart-healthy meals don't need to be complicated or expensive. With just a handful of vegetables, a few spices, and a little patience, you can create a dish that's warm, comforting, and nourishing. Let's walk through the ingredients and steps together so you can easily bring this soup into your own kitchen and share it with those you love. Ingredients for 4 servings: 1 medium head of cabbage, chopped into bite-sized pieces; 2 medium carrots, peeled and sliced into thin rounds; 2 celery stalks, chopped; 1 medium onion, diced; 2 cloves of garlic, minced; 2 medium tomatoes, chopped; or 1 cup canned diced tomatoes, unsalted. 6 cups low-sodium vegetable or chicken broth, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 2 bay leaves, 1.2 teaspoon dried thyme, or 1 teaspoon fresh thyme, salt and black pepper to taste, fresh parsley, chopped, for garnish. Step 1. Prepare the vegetables with care. Begin by washing all the vegetables thoroughly. For cabbage, remove the outer leaves and cut it into quarters. Then slice each quarter into bite-sized chunks. Carrots and celery add sweetness and crunch, so slice them evenly so they cook at the same pace. Chop the onion and tomatoes and mince the garlic. This preparation step may feel simple, but it's an act of care. Choosing fresh vegetables and preparing them thoughtfully sets the foundation for flavor and nutrition. Step 2. Build the flavor base. In a large soup pot, warm the olive oil over medium heat. Add the diced onion and cook for about 3 minutes until it softens and turns translucent. Stir in the garlic and celery, allowing their fragrance to release. This stage is important. The aroma of onions and garlic not only creates the flavor backbone of the soup, but also signals to your body that something comforting and nourishing is on the way. Step 3. Add the carrots, tomatoes, and spices. Next, stir in the sliced carrots and chopped tomatoes. The tomatoes bring tanginess and color, while the carrots provide natural sweetness. Add the thyme and bay leaves. Herbs don't just add taste, they carry antioxidants that complement the soup's nutritional profile. Let this mixture cook for about 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. Step 4. Pour in the broth and cabbage. Now add the chopped cabbage and pour in the low-sodium broth. Stir gently so the cabbage begins to soften. Bring the pot to a gentle boil. Once boiling, reduce the heat to low and let it simmer. Simmering allows the vegetables to release their nutrients into the broth, turning the liquid into a heart-strengthening tonic. This step takes about 25–30 minutes, and during this time the cabbage will soften, the flavors will meld, and the soup will develop its signature comforting aroma. Step 5. Adjust seasoning and finish. After simmering, taste the soup. Add salt sparingly. Remember, the goal is heart health, and reducing sodium protects blood pressure. A pinch of black pepper will enhance the flavors without overwhelming them. If you like, squeeze in a little lemon juice to brighten the taste. Remove the bay leaves before serving. Step 6. Serve with love. Ladle the hot soup into bowls and garnish with freshly chopped parsley. The bright green parsley contrasts beautifully with the golden broth and cabbage, making the dish visually appealing as well as delicious. Each spoonful is hearty yet light, flavorful yet gentle, perfect for lunch, dinner, or even as a starter to a bigger meal. Tips for success. Use a sharp knife for chopping the cabbage. It helps achieve uniform pieces that cook evenly. If you want extra heart benefits, add a handful of spinach or kale in the last 5 minutes of cooking. These greens are rich in additional antioxidants and vitamins. For more protein, add a cup of cooked beans, like cannellini or kidney beans. They'll make the soup more filling while boosting its heart-friendly fiber content. If you prefer a smoother texture, you can partially blend the soup with an immersion blender, leaving some chunks for body. Cooking this soup is more than just following steps. It's a ritual of self-care. As the vegetables simmer, the kitchen fills with warmth and aroma, creating a sense of comfort even before the first spoonful touches your lips. When you serve it to loved ones, you're not just feeding them. You're offering protection for their hearts, energy for their bodies, and love for their spirits. Cabbage soup is a reminder that some of the best medicine doesn't come from a pharmacy. It comes from a pot on your stove. By taking time to cook it, you're making a small daily investment in long-term health, proving that prevention can be both simple and delicious. When I think about cabbage soup, I'm reminded of a patient I'll call Mrs. Thompson, a 68-year-old retired school teacher who came to see me a few years ago. She had struggled with high blood pressure for more than a decade, and her cholesterol numbers weren't encouraging either. She told me she felt tired, sluggish, and worried that her health would keep her from enjoying time with her grandchildren. Instead of prescribing only medication adjustments, I suggested something simple. Introduce one heart-friendly meal each day. We started with cabbage soup. It sounded almost too modest to make a difference, but she agreed to give it a try. At first, Mrs. Thompson was hesitant. "Doctor, soup can't fix my heart," she said with a laugh. But a few weeks later, she returned with a different tone. She had begun preparing cabbage soup 3 times a week, using fresh vegetables from her local farmer's market. It became more than a meal. It became a ritual. She enjoyed chopping the vegetables, smelling the garlic and onions as they sizzled, and sitting down to a bowl that warmed her both physically and emotionally. Within 3 months, her blood pressure readings improved. She lost a few pounds without even trying, simply because cabbage soup filled her up while being low in calories and sodium. Most importantly, she felt lighter, more energetic, and more in control of her health. By the time she came back for her next checkup, her lab results showed lower LDL cholesterol and a healthier overall profile. Her smile said everything. "Doctor, I didn't think something so simple could change how I feel." Stories like Mrs. Thompson's remind us that small, consistent choices matter. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Sometimes, starting with one recipe, a recipe that's warm, nourishing, and affordable, can be the beginning of a bigger transformation. Additional nutrition tips for cabbage soup: add beans for fiber and protein. Cabbage is naturally high in fiber, but if you want your soup to be even more filling, try adding a cup of beans, like white beans, lentils, or chickpeas. This not only increases satiety, but also helps stabilize blood sugar and improve cholesterol levels. Go easy on the salt. Salt is a hidden culprit in many diets. Even healthy soups can become less heart-friendly if too much sodium is added. Instead, season with herbs like thyme, bay leaves, or rosemary. A squeeze of lemon juice at the end can brighten flavor without raising blood pressure. Use bone broth or vegetable broth wisely. Choose low-sodium versions or make your own at home. Homemade broth allows you to control the ingredients, avoiding unnecessary preservatives or excess salt. Add leafy greens near the end. Spinach, kale, or Swiss chard tossed into the pot during the last 5 minutes can amplify the nutritional value. These greens bring extra magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants, all of which support cardiovascular function. Pair with whole grains. Cabbage soup on its own is light. To make it a balanced meal, enjoy it with a small serving of brown rice, quinoa, or whole grain bread. These complex carbs provide steady energy and more fiber for heart health. Make it part of a weekly rhythm. Consider preparing a large pot on Sunday and storing portions in the refrigerator. Having soup ready to reheat makes it easier to resist processed foods during the week. Emotional nourishment. There's another side to cabbage soup that often gets overlooked: the comfort it brings. Food isn't just fuel, it's memory, tradition, and love served in a bowl. Mrs. Thompson told me that when her grandchildren visited, they started calling it Grandma's Heart Soup. Sharing it became part of their bonding, and she said nothing gave her greater joy than watching them eat vegetables with enthusiasm. Cooking at home gives you control, but it also creates connection. Inviting family members to chop vegetables, stir the pot, or taste the broth helps them feel invested in the meal. And when you sit down to eat together, you're not just strengthening hearts physically, you're strengthening relationships emotionally. Both are essential for long, healthy lives. A simple, powerful reminder: the beauty of cabbage soup lies in its simplicity. It requires no fancy ingredients, no expensive equipment, and no advanced cooking skills. Yet when prepared with intention, it becomes powerful medicine for the body and soul. Remember, every time you choose cabbage soup over processed fast food, you are making a vote for your heart health. Every bowl is an act of prevention, a step toward vitality, and a symbol of self-care. So the next time you think about ways to protect your heart, don't underestimate the humble cabbage. In a pot of soup, it becomes more than a vegetable. It becomes hope, healing, and health in its purest form. As we close today's journey into the heart-friendly world of cabbage soup, I want you to pause for a moment and reflect. Think about what we've explored together: a simple bowl of soup that carries not only vitamins, minerals, and fiber, but also the power to transform your health and your life. Cabbage soup isn't glamorous. It won't sparkle on a 5-star restaurant menu or impress with exotic ingredients. Yet that's exactly its magic. It's humble, accessible, and comforting. And often it's these quiet, everyday foods that carry the loudest impact for our health. When you choose to prepare cabbage soup, you're not just filling your stomach. You're making a conscious decision to invest in your heart. Every time you slice into that cabbage, toss in carrots, onions, or celery, and let the broth simmer gently, you're saying yes to vitality, yes to energy, yes to more years spent with loved ones. A gentle reminder of why this matters: heart disease remains one of the leading causes of illness worldwide, yet the most powerful tools to fight it are often right in our kitchens. A pot of cabbage soup won't cure everything, but it can be part of a consistent rhythm that keeps your blood pressure under control, your cholesterol balanced, and your weight in check. It's also worth remembering that cooking isn't just about nutrients, it's about empowerment. When you prepare meals at home, you take control back from processed foods, hidden sodium, and artificial additives. You return to what's real, what's wholesome, what your body was designed to thrive on. My challenge for you. Here's my heartfelt challenge. Before this week ends, try making a pot of cabbage soup. Not next month, not when things quiet down, but this week. If you're nervous, start small. Just a head of cabbage, a few onions, garlic, and broth are enough to begin. You don't need perfection, you just need to start. And when you sit down with your bowl, I want you to do something different. Take a slow breath, taste the warmth, and remind yourself, this is me taking care of my heart. That little act of mindfulness will turn an ordinary meal into a moment of self-respect and healing. Extend the invitation. Cooking is more joyful when it's shared. Invite a friend, a neighbor, or a grandchild to join you in the kitchen. Let them chop the vegetables, stir the pot, or sprinkle in the herbs. These shared moments are what nourish not just the heart, but the soul. And after you've enjoyed it, I'd love to hear about your experience. Did you feel lighter? Did your family enjoy it? Did it spark memories of home-cooked meals from the past? Share your stories in the comments below, because your journey can inspire others who are searching for hope and direction. Looking ahead, today's cabbage soup is just the beginning. There are countless other recipes, simple, affordable, and packed with healing potential, that I'll be sharing with you. From vibrant salads to wholesome stews, every dish is designed to strengthen your heart, lift your spirit, and remind you that healthy living doesn't have to be complicated. So if you found value in today's video, don't let it end here. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and join our growing community of people who are ready to live longer, healthier, and more joyful lives. A final word of encouragement. Remember, every choice matters. Every time you reach for vegetables instead of processed snacks, every time you simmer a pot of soup instead of dialing for fast food, you're writing a new story for your health. And the best part? It's never too late to begin. If Mrs. Thompson at 68 years old could transform her health with small, consistent steps, so can you. Your heart deserves the same care, your body deserves the same nourishment, and your family deserves the best version of you. So let's raise our spoons together to cabbage soup, a dish that is humble, healing, and full of hope. Here's my invitation for you right now. Try the recipe this week. Share your experience in the comments. Subscribe and stay connected for more heart-healthy meals. Your journey toward better health starts with one bowl. Let's take that step together. Looking for delicious, heart-healthy meals? Don't miss out. Sign up for Bill's Golden Heart Recipes today and get the gift you want: a free ebook filled with carefully selected heart-healthy recipes that are easy to make in your own kitchen. Each recipe is a step toward caring for your heart and the hearts of your loved ones. Hit the subscribe button now, because true health begins at home, right in your kitchen.